How's it going, my man? It's good to see you.
Oh, Carpal just joined the VC. He did. Yep. I have OBS open, so I didn't even hear him join.
I don't hear him at all. I don't know if
I
he's
don't hear him
talking.
either. We're going to use this opportunity to do some audio testing because this is the retake of episode 9. And if it doesn't have audio, we're
I fixed my problem, so now I should be good. But
I believe I fixed my problem, but I don't know. I need to test.
I was going to say, the way you were starting that off,
I'm very paranoid about this now.
It
I'm
really
very
sounded like you were
now.
bringing in a sponsor or something like that. It's like,
okay.
Well, before we get into it, this episode is brought to you by cloakbrand.com or something like that. Or Shadow League, or no, Shadow Legends, is that it? Shadow Legends. Tabasco Chipotle sauce. We got a lot of sponsors.
Called Raid Shadow Legends.
That's it.
Raid.
Hey,
Shadow
they
Legends.
haven't sponsored me, so until they do, I'm not gonna say their name right. You know, they haven't earned it.
Recording. I'm gonna pull that into Premiere, and I'm gonna see if the audio channels are correctly isolated. Please.
Carpal's still not hearing you, buddy. If you're speaking.
Yeah.
If you're like doing a new mime routine, I'm afraid we can't see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort by date.
Holy.
There he is. There's the man. Are you excited?
Oh my god,
face.
that slap.
That face bothers me.
I guess not. I guess not.
Oh my god.
Okay, sure.
Was that a recording? That sounded like a recording.
That was wistful some for.
Oh wait, you played that. How goes
All right,
the audio there, pal?
We are not falling asleep this time.
I hope not. We got the hot takes the people need. I got rants. I got rants for days, man. But I am kind of sick. I gave Wistful a warning about that. I just started getting sick here today. I think I picked something up.
If you have to cough, just make sure to like.
Good news. The audio test was a smashing success.
Was
it? Was a smashing success.
Now I'm gonna cough and mess up your audio. I'm gonna peek the heck out of it.
Oh. Get
ready for
that. God. He couldn't possibly.
No, I'm not actually coughing that much.
Now I'm going to start recording.
Feverish.
Okay. All right. And then before we begin this podcast, I believe I've asked this with Carpal before. Lad, it's been a minute. Long so that you probably may or may not recognize the fact that I have a different microphone.
You're turned down a little bit on my end. Let me turn you up. Hang on. Actually, I should check this. I think I set it up last time we recorded.
You probably should have me as maximum volume as possible so you can edit it in.
You do sound pretty good, but you didn't sound terrible last time. The only one I noticed the most is Carpal's microphone.
So, Carpal, aren't you like usually in, aren't you usually on like the Xbox thing?
No,
you're not.
That was
this is so weird.
That was for the brief period where I was out of town.
And this man was out of town for quite some time.
My microphone appearance.
What microphone did you get?
Yo.
What is it?
I don't know. It was like $20 on Amazon.
Not you. Your microphone's garbage, man.
All right.
I'm open to donation.
Here. I don't care if it's like exposed on my camera at all, as long as I sound decent. So if it's gonna appear at the bottom, I don't really care.
Got you.
Let me get the name real quick because I always forget it. It's the same mic that Rourke uses.
Is it? I most definitely know.
Oh, you got rid of the Wraithfire? You got rid of the Wraithfire?
Yeah, the Shure. Yeah, so here's I'm using a Shure, right?
That's your old one.
For
the
viewers at home, this is the Wraithfire microphone that I used to use. It is no longer being used. It's no longer being used. But yeah.
Very nice. So this is a Shure microphone that you have right now.
Yeah, I've been using this microphone for a while now.
I mean, that's what I thought. You've sounded good. Last time we did our podcast, I mean, that's what it sounded like to me on my end. You always sounded about the
I'll just say this: there were
same.
very niche reasons why that I changed.
Okay.
But I mean, also at the same time, it was a gift. So.
Well, hey.
W.
It sounds good, so I can't complain. We just need to get
We
Carpal
roll
on the
with it.
bandwagon, and then we got ourselves the
I
most
will-
professional podcast.
I will accept any donations.
He's accepting all
I
the
receive all
donations.
forms of bits. I will take your Amazon gift cards. I take all. I take credit, debit. I take it all, man.
All of it.
If you want to get me a Bluetooth adapter as well, highly appreciate. That would be cool.
You better start your Christmas list here. Hey man,
Bro,
don't
speaking
tell
of which,
me.
I really got to start working on mine tonight. Like, goddamn, I gotta eat after this podcast is over. I'll probably that whole entire time I'm just gonna be, gotta think about this. Oh, my phone just went off. I'm gonna mute this. No one's gonna
Dude.
have a heart attack, and I'm gonna miss the text.
All I need
sure,
for
for
Christmas
sure.
I will.
is a girlfriend and an Omnitrix original version. Actually, I do have one of those. I forgot I did find one. The original, like the Omnitrix toy that you could get, that thing became a collector's edition toy, and I wanted that thing so badly when I was younger. I worked so many jobs so I could get it, but the only one that was available was the one from the Ben 10 Alien Force series. So I got that one
hell no.
instead, which it was not the one I wanted. The original will always be the best. And they had a voice changer one. A voice changer one, dude. Do you know how awesome that was as a kid? To change my voice into just the weirdest of things. I love that thing. I wanted it, but I couldn't have it. And so,
Dang.
many years passed. All of a sudden, they became extremely rare and collector's toys, and I could never get my hands on one. But then I discovered eBay. And with the power of eBay,
boy.
I got a fairly junky one. It was kind of scratched up a bit, but I still got it. And dude, I have that bad boy stored somewhere in a box.
Hell yeah.
So that's my story.
Nice.
Hang on, I just gotta send a text message. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Just not about Black Ops 6 stuff yet. We haven't started the podcast yet.
How do you
Oh,
feel
yeah,
about
I-
Black Ops 6? Oh, okay.
No! No!
Yo, how do you feel about Black Ops 6 Zombies?
I refute this conversation. Hang on, I'll just be a sec.
How are you gonna refute
See,
it?
I will say this though. I'm glad that we
refuting it.
moved this podcast to your server because there are currently
I have
4
the better
people
server.
in my server.
Oh, is it really? Well, you could make private
I
servers.
don't know
This one
if
we
they
have is
have
private.
permissions to join that particular VC. They probably do. But,
John does, and maybe Pink.
Yeah, probably not Pink.
Not Pink.
I don't know if VIPs have
definitely
access
not
to it.
Epic pee noises. Whoever.
Oh
that
yeah,
is.
definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah.
That is one of the
But
more stranger
I'm
names.
glad
I've
that
heard.
we did it in here than my server.
Yeah, no, this one works out okay. My Discord server is dead. I just gotta say, I stepped away from
And that's
streaming
why it's
and my
perfect.
community is gone. Nobody remains. So yeah, it works pretty well for that reason. But we do have a private one here, so that works. Just no.
Yeah.
One time we had somebody join us. I actually don't know how they made it into our server. It is a private server.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, there's some random
Oh,
guy
weird.
joined it. It was really awkward.
That was kind of
Nice guy. He took it well when we told him to skedaddle, but
Had to edit that part out for sure. Maybe.
did I
Actually,
cut it
how
out?
much
I
of
don't
this
even
do I
remember.
have to edit? Oh shit, bro! I completely forgot. I have to worry about the YPP guideline for advertising. I can speak. Advertiser friendly guidelines now. So we can't start the podcast with like the worst language imaginable. We
Wait,
just can't do that.
Are you telling me I gotta put more monkey bomb throw sounds in here for this podcast
Oh,
episode?
that I don't mind. You go off. You go.
It's so
You go
much
off.
editing, my dude. Nah, it's actually not that bad. I just
you're saying-
unfortunately
It's only like the first 30 seconds.
I
I think,
have
of the
to
entire
then-
thing that actually matters.
I have to listen to the whole 2-hour podcast because you throw stuff in randomly, and then I gotta
I mean,
mask it up, so I gotta listen for 2 hours.
You're
the
giving me
verbiage
ideas.
that I use is my authentic self and my opinions. I'm not going to apologize for being myself.
What would Santa say, man? What do you think he thinks right now?
Oh, Santa!
He tunes into our podcast every day. He sent me a message in our YouTube, which actually, by the way, our YouTube
direct
channel.
Contact with Santa on YouTube, brother.
Yes. What? his username on YouTube is Santa Thick Thighs. But anyways, I love that guy. He tunes in for every
he's putting
episode.
himself
man.
on the naughty list for that. Okay,
dude, have you not seen Santa lately? He's got them thick thighs. He pulls it off well.
Sounds like he wants to be on the naughty list.
It does.
It's like that's
Santa's been extra naughty this year.
Good luck
sorry.
with that.
I was going to tell you guys, our YouTube channel for the podcast is actually taking off. I don't know if you guys had a look at that recently. But people have been really into it. Surprisingly.
Hold up. Like the actual official
Wundercast? Our official YouTube. Yeah, there's some people's been jumping on. I was surprised. I looked at it recently. I was like, wow, we got that many views? That was actually pretty interesting. It's probably not a ton, but it actually is taking off for a while. I thought that was really cool. But of course, we haven't posted anything.
Right as we stopped.
And the most recent episode has 15 views.
15? Which is pretty good.
That's better than 0.
I know. Starting
true.
from scratch, 15. We got 15 fans, my man. 50. Well,
and then we stopped. And then we stopped.
Yep. And now it's as dead as my Discord.
We did take a hot break. Like we took a break for
my bad.
Just a little bit. But that means they're going to be even more excited for the comeback episode, which technically what episode is this? This would be 9 then? Because
this is episode 9.
We're gonna forget about last time.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
I did my best to try to restore it, but none of my softwares could really recover the audio. It was just
no, not let it was chalked from the start. We both fucked up, and I ain't talking about the fact that I slept through the last 33% of the podcast.
You did,
I'm
though.
talking about tech issues.
You did though, and I will never forgive you.
Did, but I mean, it didn't matter because we weren't able to upload it anyway.
Hey, it matters to me, man. It matters to me.
Oh yeah, damn.
Yeah, this man was like completely gone for like 30 minutes of the whole podcast, or more than that. I can't remember.
I did not have the energy in me. I did not have it in me. It sucked.
I thought maybe somebody murdered you. Because it was going to be me after that episode, you know? So it was going to happen no matter what. Anyways, should we get started? You guys ready?
I think
we should.
I think we shall do that, yes.
Yeah, I think we should.
I have an energy
drink? You know what that means, though? In our last episode, sorry. I died for a second. In our last episode, Carpal was in charge of leading us off. So unfortunately, the public didn't get to hear that. They didn't get to hear you do your intro.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
I know. I'm just as bummed.
Oh, you missed out.
They really did.
Well,
good thing you're back, and we're doing the episode again. So, dude,
we didn't want to break the cycle. I mean, someone else should.
No. I insist. The way you did it last time, there was no way I could top that. There was no way Wistful could top that.
My take on it was pristine.
Yes.
And
yes, it was.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Dude, you got this. No, I have faith in you, man. You got this. Lay it on the people. You can do this, man. I was not expecting that. Wow. Once again, another legendary intro.
In the Discord call,
that was
sound
the
effect like had a small anime girl face pop up.
Yeah, that bothers me slightly. That face, that bothers me.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there. The best intro that none of us are ever going to be able to top. Welcome back to the Wundercast. We're back in it again.
Don't even try.
Dudes, this is Black Ops 6 we're talking about. I got the hot takes. I got the good, the bad, the ugly. I got it all for you. But I want to hear from you guys before I just start going off. What are your thoughts on Black Ops 6? Have you guys been enjoying it? Have you been liking it? Have you just been slaying at it every day as I have?
Pretty much,
Dude,
yeah.
what
Quite
the hell
literally
even
every
is
day.
it?
Wait, what? Have you been sleeping under a rock, my man? We're talking that Black Ops 6.
I have been a little, okay. It's been maybe a week. It's my last game.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Blasphemy.
Okay.
I cannot believe it.
Well, that's not very good, but
hey,
I guess
hey,
we'll
hey.
talk about the significance.
So we
of
know who
that
the
towards
real
ending of
zombie
this
players
episode.
are. Yeah.
So stay tuned to the end, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to hear about future stuff coming, especially to this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. From what I've heard, I haven't missed much though. It sounds like how it sounds like the servers have been like really unstable.
You have
That
missed
has
the
been happening
power
over the past
drill.
few days. I will agree. I've gone through quite a bit of pain of the most horrifying stuff happening in game simply because connection issues, or I've just been straight out signed out of my profile mid game, and I'm in the third phase of the final boss fight on Terminus, and I'm about to get a PB. Like, come on, Trek, you're gonna do that to a guy?
It's a skill
Oh,
issue,
man.
Wistful. Stop complaining.
Dude,
That's your fault.
although I definitely agree with that, I will also say I've had some very odd things happen in my game. I even took one whole episode that I did to completely break the game, and I was successful. I broke it out. I broke one of the rounds. No zombies ended up spawning into the map anymore. Nothing would spawn. I had this green like fuzz all around my screen that would not disappear. And I broke my melee. I couldn't melee anything anymore. So like Melee Macchiato's animation wouldn't even happen. What else did I do? I glitched out one of my weapons. I couldn't shoot it. And this was all in one run. All in one run. I messed up everything. And I have no idea how I did it. Well, I was trying to break the game. I was trying to see if I could discover any new glitch
He doesn't
glitch
remember
spots
how
and
he
stuff.
did it, but he was trying intentionally to break the game.
I might slightly know how I did it.
all right.
I think I was experimenting with jumping up on rails because on certain rails, if you jump up on them, they knock you back, right? But if you use Melee Macchiato and Melee, so you hit, because Melee Macchiato's hit is delayed, or its punch is delayed, you hit that and then press jump instantly as you're trying to like vault over a rail. And you get stuck on top of the rail for like a second. So I was messing with that, seeing if I could possibly get any surface to like bug out with that, and if there was anything to it, but unfortunately, no. But I think that's how I ended up breaking everything. It was doing that and also messing with some of the boats in Terminus. Because this was Terminus that I went into where I broke it completely. So, yeah.
Is that boat launch thing? Did they patch that yet?
All the boats, yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, they keep trying and they keep finding new ways around it. At first, you couldn't do the boat glitch where you block the staircases. They stopped it, but then people found out, well, if I spawn in a boat, drive it aside, spawn in another boat, and destroy the previous one, then that boat that's still there doesn't despawn. Well, then they fixed it again. And then now it's like the third boat that you spawn in doesn't despawn. But then I think they fixed that again because this last time I tried it, it didn't seem to work. So I think they officially fixed it. Now all boats just despawn. But there are still people trying different things with it.
I have noticed that.
Yeah.
A lot of the time in my speedruns, you'll see a boat just parked next to, like really close on the right side of the biolab near Melee Macchiato.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of by the ammo chest thing.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And now in the speedrun, you always bump into it because you jump off the Pack-a-Punch platform as you're going to Nathan to unlock him.
Yeah.
There's no purpose of ether shrouding to get there faster anymore because you have to wait through quotes. You can't skip those quotes, at least not yet anyway.
Yeah.
And every time that I pass through that area, I see a boat there. And then after I kill Nathan and the cutscene's done, I have to go back over to that spot to get a boat so I can get to the actual, like, you know, the actual big boat for the lockdown.
Sure.
There's no boat there. So you have to waste 500 essence every time to spawn a boat in.
I know.
Because the devs despawn the boats.
Oh,
It's
that
dumb.
sucks. Oh man, that really sucks. I admit, yes, it was a glitch, and it's not what they intended for the game. But I actually really enjoyed just like doing that camping with like a bunch of other random people and just grinding points and stuff. It was actually really fun. I enjoyed it. I even invented my own glitch spot with the boat. I melee the boat all the way up the staircase, and I bring it all the way up to the elevator, and I block off the door on the elevator, and everybody stands in there.
Oh my god.
It works so well for the longest time.
Oh my god. Bro is that one guy who is trying to bring his big ass surfboard into the elevator.
Dude,
and it's like
I
room for
did
one
it.
more, and you're just like, nope to the zombie.
Dude, it works so
Goddamn.
well. I had one of my longest runs, which also, this makes me so mad, and one of the things I wanted to rant about, but it's just, I hate so much that Treyarch erased all of our progress for everything. If you had logs, they erased it. If you went a certain level in like Terminus or Liberty Falls, you're back to 0. It sucks, man. And that made me so mad.
So, I did hear about this, but I won't lie.
Did you not lose your progress?
I don't think that I hopped on the game.
I,
That was
yeah,
like
I
one
have.
of the rare opportunities where I just wasn't playing the game. I heard all the news from Twitter, and then the next moment I hear that everything's been restored. I checked it before we started this podcast. All of my intel is still there. My save file is still there. My progress is still there. Level's still there. Augment's still there. Everything is still there. Maybe I had to like re-equip some Wonder Weapon skins or something like that, but
well, that's not quite what I'm referring to.
Can of worms. The settings that you constantly have to reset every time you open the game. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. That's why I gave up on trying to get a like a custom HUD or whatever. Because after they might have changed this by now, but after the very first time, it like completely reset and I just gave up.
Yeah. Not only is it like annoying from that perspective, it's annoying from like a keybind perspective if you're on mouse and key. What I've been trying to do is I've been trying to make sure that I turn off the cloud save setting feature before I close the game, so that the next time I open it, it saves all my settings. It's not 100%. It saves most of them nowadays, but it doesn't save all of them. It's so frustrating. And the worst part is that as the game continues to get older, day by day, and we learn more stuff, I'm learning new tricks and stuff that I can do with my keybinds that optimizes my gameplay.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to remember how I did all that. And if I don't, I'm just gonna be like, bro, I have to relearn this all over again. It's gonna suck.
You got to do some tutorials. Yeah, that's how you practice it, man. By doing the tutorials and speaking it out loud, it'll help you remember it that much more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know if Treyarch or Call of Duty is gonna see this. But I'm not making a tutorial for that. And there's a reason why. Because there is some movement tech in this game that I feel like is gonna get patched, and I do not want it getting patched.
Is it what I think it is? Is it that thing you showed me?
Yes.
And is that one of the movement techs you're talking about that's like tied to your keybinds?
Yes. Specifically that. I've tested it on console. It does not work on console.
Does not work on console. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, you have to be on mouse and key. Specifically mouse and key to do it.
Like, what are the odds Treyarch sees this though? Like, come on.
Yeah, what are the odds?
I think
there's no way they're gonna see this.
They love our podcast.
We haven't even explained what the tech is, like explicitly yet. We've just beaten around the bush.
They are down there in the comments section next to Santa Thick Thighs. They're there.
They are one of the 15. Man. They are
the amount of nerfs we've received in this game already. Please do not take away one of the most fun things about the game, especially for someone like me who speedruns.
Yeah.
Please don't.
I felt the same thing too. I ended up discovering a new glitch, a new area where it can camp and a new way to take out zombies. And I was tempted to make a tutorial how to do it because everybody's bringing up new stuff. But after they bring up these new tutorials of how to do them, they get patched, they get fixed, and you don't see them anymore. So I'm keeping this one to myself. But I mean, I could share it with you guys at least. but then also get out onto YouTube. But it's only 15 people. It can't be that bad, I guess.
It'd be that bad.
Unless
we
this
trust
episode takes
the integrity.
Yeah,
we trust the integrity of our small community.
I don't know if you've seen recently, but in Terminus, if you go in with Aether Shroud and you have the ability that allows you to jump forward or backwards, what you do...
Burst dash augment, yeah.
Yeah, you go over to the armory, you put your back towards that, and you want to be on the right side of the door, right where it's, what is it, the frame of the door is. You want to then hold back on your controller and then jump back through that. You'll get into that room, and you're perfectly fine. You can do this both in the standard mode. You will not get kicked for inactivity. I've tried unless you just completely stop moving, but you can keep moving in that room, so you'll be fine. And then what you use is the glitch of, what is it called? Dark Flare. It has a orb ability. I can't remember what the name of that one is, but it shoots an orb and it goes through the wall. So you can shoot it out and just take zombies out and keep going multiple rounds. I learned that off of Instagram, but my own version uses just that first step. You get into that room and then you crouch down or you go completely prone on the ground, and then you crawl over to the main door. And just on the left side where the concrete is, the concrete wall, and on the left side of that frame there, you can shoot through the concrete and take out zombies. And there's also a spot up above that you can get headshots from. So if you want to level up your weapons to get higher XP on that, you just point it about to level their heads, and you can get through
Terminus
it.
There is a shed
interesting.
glitch.
Yep.
See, I knew about that, just not like that, because I saw it from a Mythbusting Mondays episode from Codename Pizza.
I love Mythbusters.
Where they had a player enter the armory, down themselves, and then another player used nowhere but there to get in there.
Huh.
That's
interesting.
Okay.
I guess that would work. It'd be a good way to bring somebody in, but you could easily change your loadout. Or change your augment. But you could easily get like Aether Shroud to get in there. But if you didn't have like everything unlocked, that's a good way to get somebody in there then. The only thing is pets
you can change your
in.
field upgrade, you can change your gun pack, so it's
Yeah. I do like that. I like that's a feature, but I hate that every time you prestige, you lose your gobble gum packs. Like, why do they make it like that? It's just been annoying.
They kept that from BO3. It's so frustrating.
I mean,
bro.
they kept everything else. You keep your loadouts and how you set up everything, but why not the gobble gums?
Dude, they're just giving me more and more reasons not to prestige.
Yeah. But as I was telling Wistful, though, I've been extremely competitive in this game. I was never about prestiging in games. I was never about like unlocking camos and stuff.
Been telling me.
I'm
a little bit behind, but dude, I bet you I would be like Prestige 9 at this point if I didn't waste so much of my time on the camo grind.
Yeah.
Just sitting on Prestige 1, level 56.
Yeah.
So much of that time was wasted there. I'm showing on Prestige 4 right now, I think it is. Going through it.
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
I'm almost able to prestige, but I don't know if I should prestige soon. I don't know if I should.
It's up to you. You can use your permanent unlocks for the stuff that doesn't get unlocked right away. Like I used a permanent unlock on like my bat to get that because I wanted to grind that one for its camos. But yeah,
I'll have to see.
Yeah, melee items is the ones I've been trying to work with a lot recently, and I've maxed out almost to the full camo, but then they brought in the drill, which I really like the drill. It is faster, it is more powerful. Well, I think it's just as powerful as the knife. It goes as many rounds as the knife before you have to then do like 2 hits. But I've really liked it. It's a faster hit speed, which I really like. And then mixed with Melee Macchiato, if you have like the faster ability.
kind of like the E-tool.
I really like it, man. I can just go at things. And there's a certain glitch spot in Liberty Falls that you can just melee things, and it's just so good. Man, it's been fun. I do enjoy the glitches. I've gone on like Instagram and stuff, and people absolutely hate it when somebody posts a glitch video. I'm really surprised by this. They really despise it. Like they're like, oh, just play the game the way it's intended and stuff. And I mean, I do respect that. I mean, it's like the game has its own challenges and you can go about it just playing rounds. But one of the things that made Infinite Warfare so fun is it had a lot of glitches. You could do like the 3-gun glitch, and you could mess things up. You could have somebody come in with a certain card and maybe give everybody, I don't know, like a temporal increase for the rest of the entire game and stuff like that. Like that stuff is so cool. And I feel like getting rid of all those cool things is a mistake. Because if you have something against it, then just don't use the glitches. Just go about it normally, you know? But if somebody wants to like just farm XP or something like that, it's kind of nice. I enjoy it. There's a fun part about that. I think it's so cool. And I also love how the community is just trying to figure how to break the game even more and more every single time. There's something fun about that too, but yeah, I don't know. I did want to get your opinion on that though. How do you guys feel about that? I saw a post by Noah J just recently. Somebody asked him like, in his chat, like,
I know exactly
what do you think about the boat glitch?
Yep.
Here he's like glitching. He's doing the literally
like,
the dark shadow
glitching
glitch
in COD Zombies, and he's like, I think that people who cheat in Black Ops 6 Zombies are the scum of the earth, and they should get permabanned.
As he's glitching the game.
I think
don't
they are
even
the
want to
most
say
disgusting people ever. As he's going through his menus, and he's just getting infinite dark flare charges. Just
most disgusting people ever, as he is Noah J, and yeah.
It was very
if you
funny,
know, you know. If you know, you know.
I do know, unfortunately. Unfortunately, so.
If you
we know.
Dude, why do our YouTubers have to have so many skeletons in their closet, man? It sucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I need me a zombie role model that has not done horrible things.
like when a creator gets over like 1 million followers, they just decide to do something that they probably shouldn't be doing.
That sucks,
I don't know why
man.
it happens.
Power do corrupt sometimes. That's what they do say. But back on topic, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about like the glitches and stuff? Do you think it's wrong that Treyarch removed a lot of this stuff? Do you think it was the right move? Things like that.
I will say that there is a degree of glitching that's been patched that I'm like, I really wish that they didn't do this. Like I'll just list examples because I can't really explain like a conceptual kind of basis thing at this current moment. But like glitches like the point glitch that you could get from the cursed talisman or the basketball Easter egg, where you could get like 60k points. That stuff was so cool. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
I don't know why they patched that.
Yeah, that sucks. Like that's something
probably
that
just for balancing,
want.
but I don't know why that they patched that. And a glitch that I'm like, I have to continuously tell myself like they patched this because of stability. They patched it because not everybody is smart enough to know how to get around this. But I still am upset to this day that they patched the canister dupe on Liberty Falls.
Yeah, that's true.
That skip, like, dude, I am like the routing and the run of Liberty's Easter egg is so concrete in my head with that skip, and then now you have to do the Strauss counter shit, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it.
Yeah, from like a speedrunning perspective,
why they patched it, because sucks. If you don't know how to get around the skip, so that it doesn't soft lock your game, it would soft lock the game, and you know, if something soft locks, they gotta patch it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I've been hearing so many things like that. Like there was apparently some sort of glitch.
Terminus has not been touched the way that Liberty has been touched, thankfully.
Yeah, a few things, but yeah, not as bad. But yeah, there were certain things like speedrunners and then people that were just going rounds. They ended up changing just things that didn't need to be changed. I remember that in like an update video of like the actual updates for the game that Milo made, and he was talking about like one of the main spawn area. People would go rounds in the main spawn area in Liberty Falls, and apparently there was some kind of bug where the manglers wouldn't be spawning in huge numbers, and so it made it a good area for them to keep going until they got to like round 100 and stuff. But then Treyarch was like, nah, you need manglers, man. And so they fixed it, bringing in just a ton of manglers into the spot. So stuff like that. It's like, why? They're not even the main issues of the game. Like, there are some serious bugs in the game, but they're not the things that they fix right away, which I don't get that. And it's usually the things that make your playing experience more enjoyable, like the point glitch. It's really rewarding. I find like going through the pirate side Easter egg a little bit tedious. I don't know if it's just me,
no,
but it's like you do it once, and it's like, it's kind of cool, you know, it's pretty neat. But then it's not something you want to do every game because it's just a lot of steps and it takes a lot of time. and
it requires you to get a perk that's just like not even that good.
Excuse me. Yeah, and you can't even duplicate the points on that the talisman anymore and stuff, and so it's not as worth it. And in fact, when I was using the talisman, because the zombie spawns in Black Ops 6, the zombies will spawn all over the place. They spawn in front of you, behind you, and there's like almost no chance you're not going to get hit. So with the penalty of getting hit with the talisman, you end up losing almost more than you earn sometimes. Unless you're in a glitch spot, then
isn't it like 10% of your points that you lose?
It takes a lot of your points, man.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It takes so much.
So it almost seemed not worth using it most times. And you always get hit. If a mangler pulls you in, well, you got hit. Dude, and then there's flies shooting stuff at you continuously. So you're going to take damage no matter what. And
dude,
I felt the enemies like to deal damage to the player a lot when I was doing my Afterlife grind, bro, especially with the snipers and the goblin. Oh my god. That was pain. That was pure
It's painful. Yeah.
Absolute dreadful. I'm glad it's over now. But oh my god, it was painful.
Yeah. Didn't they also like patch
that camo's not even hard to get. It's not even hard.
Well, snipers is a little more of a challenge, but I mean, if you're good enough,
not the LR.
That one was fun. That's a fun one.
The LR is so easy.
That's what I was going to talk about. I think they brought down the damage on that thing because it doesn't seem as effective as it once was. Maybe it's just me, but unlike the bosses, it doesn't seem to like shred their health as much as it used to.
Yeah, I think there's a reason for that too. So, okay, this could be completely wrong, but from what I've heard, the damage scaling in zombies is tied to multiplayer, and I think it was the LR that was like that one sniper that everyone was clearing lobbies with.
Oh, they used
so
it too
I'm
much.
pretty sure they nerfed that.
You're probably right.
And I think that went over to zombies as well.
Makes sense. They did buff a lot of weapons, though. I will say that. I can't notice it too much, but apparently, like the ASG, they ended up buffing that one. They also, I think the AK, they ended up buffing a little bit. I think Goblin as well. And then...
Bro, they nerfed the GS45 on Patient
they did,
13, bro.
They did. Also, is it just me, or is he more tanky than before? Like, I went into a match with 4 or 3 other players, and it took so long for us to take it down. The manglers, if you bring in a mutant injector, you can no longer shred the boss's health. Chopper gunners don't do any damage anymore.
Mutant injections on co-op under any circumstance, pretty much at all.
Just for the boss, you mean?
Every single thing except for the zombies that you deal damage to in your game on co-op, the mutant injection does nothing. It does
used
nothing.
to, though. That's
you have
the
to be
thing.
on solo for it to do something.
And it's the exact opposite with the chopper gunner. It is
Yeah.
complete shit solo, but
Mhm.
co-op it still does decent damage. Like
It's
how does
so
that
good
even
on
work?
co-op. It's so good on co-op. Yeah.
See, I feel like both got nerfed because like I went in with 3 other players, another match, and we got to the boss, and this was just as I'd heard about the mutant injectors shredding the boss's health, and sure enough, it did. It really worked. But then this last time we went in, I went in with a mutant injector again, expecting the same result. And it did no damage at all. I couldn't
What
believe
round
it.
were you on between those 2 games?
That is a good question, actually. Yeah, maybe that could have played a part, but
I thought
I
I
saw
thought the
nothing
boss health
from it.
was set. I didn't think it was round based.
It is round based, yeah.
It is round based. Okay, that's good to know.
I
I
can't
think
imagine it
that
might go up
people
a
were
little bit,
doing
yeah.
more damage with the Mangler cannon on the mutant injection on like round 50 to the boss, and you could like almost insta kill him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, see,
the scaling of
it
it
was
is round
broken
based.
before.
It's definitely round based.
But now it just doesn't seem like it does anything. And even the guy that went in with a chopper gunner, he did barely any damage to it. I couldn't believe it. Before, those things used to do
Yeah.
so much damage. Even if you paused an
I
insta-kill,
don't
too.
know why that would be. Do you know where he did the chopper gunner? Because if you do it in the water, it only works for like a couple seconds in the
No,
cycle.
he did it on the shore, and he had the full run of it. He didn't get knocked out of the air or anything, but
Weird.
it just didn't do any damage.
What was he shooting? Was he
Also,
shooting the
also what
tentacles?
phase was it? What phase was it? Is also very important.
I didn't fully pay attention to what exactly he was shooting because I was running around avoiding stuff, but
Yeah.
I think
If he was shooting the
What phase was
tentacles,
that?
that's not what you're supposed to be shooting. You got to shoot him himself.
yeah,
shoot
he
him
was. He
dead.
was definitely shooting the boss. I think this was like his first, well, a little bit into his first phase, like around that time.
Okay.
Oh,
It
I mean,
very
you should
very
be popping
poss-
one on first phase
Yeah, you
anyway.
should
But
not.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just, yeah, it did nothing. I couldn't believe it. The chopper gunner did some damage, but the mutant injectors did nothing. I didn't see anything move on his health bar, and I couldn't believe that. It just, they completely negated it. And that surprised the heck out of me. I mean,
yeah. Again, I really feel like that it's boss phase relative. I feel like that's what it is. Because that's what it is for the chopper gunner, hands down.
yeah, it is.
That's
That's
what it
probably
is for
why.
the that's what it is for the ammo types as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same situation.
Like you can't deal damage to the boss, unless you have. I think it's just Deadwire, or maybe it's Shadow Rift on the second phase.
I've heard
I
Shadow
know
Rift,
Deadwire
yeah.
works for sure,
Okay.
but yeah, unless or you just shoot the yellow spores on his 2 like closest
Yeah, it's
tentacles.
tentacles there, yeah.
That's why every
Yeah.
speedrunner brings in Deadwire with the Salient Forth into the boss fight, because you just shoot him and it does damage.
Is that still
You
good
know?
now though? Because I remember I saw people doing where like they'll pop an insta kill and then they'll go with those the Sally and Mustang, or the Mustang and Sally, sorry. They'll go in with those. But just recently I saw a post where they were saying like Treyarch ended up fixing that too. They ended up nerfing that, and now it doesn't do as much damage. So I
Hold
wasn't
on.
sure if you guys had tried
Are you talking
it.
about the same boss fight, or are you talking about Nathan now? Because
No,
you've
no, no,
added an
no.
insta kill into this equation.
No, I'm talking
and
about Patient 13.
It insta-kill does affect
So
patient
you
13
mean
list.
Gums? Okay.
Yeah, like insta kill
I
Gobblegum
rarely
coming
use
in with
Yeah,
that.
kill
insta-kill Gums in that boss
I
fight. but
saw
okay.
a clip of it where they went in with the Mustang and Sally with the insta kill, and it shredded. Like his health bar went
Yep.
down so fast.
Which makes
but
sense.
not
yeah.
anymore. I'm pretty sure they did fix it, because I remember seeing a post of
Oh
them
my
saying
God,
that they
dude,
patched
what
that
do you
too.
mean?
AR,
Fix it.
what are you doing?
It's just all this
What
stuff.
do you mean fix it? That's not a fix. That's a nerf.
It is.
It's
Well,
supposed
that's
to
what I
deal
mean.
More damage because it's an insta kill.
I don't
Insta
think
kills are goated in this game.
I don't think they intended for it, so that's why I'm saying fixed. In their eyes, they fixed it. But yeah, for us, it's a nerf. Yes.
It's like
God damn
it's like they don't want us to like optimize.
No.
It's like they want this game to be brought out, and then they're probably gonna pull a BO3 at the very end. We're gonna get like a Zombie Chronicles or something. So many Gobblegums are gonna be made, that are gonna make the game stupid, and it's gonna solve all our problems, and it's gonna be like, oh, you guys didn't think this was replayable in the past? Well, here you go.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so many things. I felt that to be fine in the game. People were figuring out cool ways of beating the boss so much faster. I always thought that was such a cool thing. Like when we went with you, Carpal, into the boss battle of the Frozen Dawn. Yeah, the Frozen Dawn map.
Yes.
You knew a strategy that you could do to just take him out in record time. I've never seen anybody take it down so fast. And to me, that is so cool. It's like it's something your regular player doesn't know, so most people don't even mess with it anyways. But for like somebody that wants to speed run for one or just wants to try something really cool, they have that option. And I find that to be such a cool thing, you know? But they got rid of that.
Have you guys seen the Sigma clip on Patient 13?
I don't think so.
Oh, you guys have not seen the Sigma clip. Oh my god. Okay.
Why? What happens?
You're gonna have to look this up at some point. But yeah, so a team of 4 went into the Terminus boss fight and had like maximum damage Sigmas, and they killed the boss fight in literally 2 seconds. And it soft locked the Easter egg. It soft locked the boss fight because they killed Patient 13 so fast.
Dang.
Shout out to Bogga My Dog, a pretty well known Destiny hardcore player.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds sick. Yeah. I bet it's probably been fixed, but man, I hope not.
I don't know about that. Sigma's kind of crazy, but
dude, every weapon I thought was once good, they seem to have fixed it. So
yeah, it's like they give us the tools and they don't want us to use them.
It's like
Napalm Burst used to be so awesome, and then they nerfed it to the ground.
Dude, they show me the pot of gold, but they don't let me.
Beam Smasher on Terminus used to be so cool, and now the ammo drops that you pick up give you 9 ammo. Like, it was nerfed so much.
I noticed that, and what my strat, what it used to be, because I used to bring in the not dual wield Sally. I used to fire shots with the Sally, and then immediately switch to the Wonder Weapon and start farming ammo with that in the boss. But no.
Not anymore. Treyarch saw we were having too much fun.
Debuff and just fire the gun, and I'd have plenty of ammo. And I'd still be able to get ammo because the game spammed manglers on you. So then they nerfed that. Nowadays, what I would do is I would horde zombies, I would weaken them, and then switch to the Sally in 4th, and then just dead. So yeah, the Beam Smasher is no longer like one of those wonder weapons for late game that's gonna get you kills. It's a wonder weapon that's gonna debuff the zombies to facilitate those kills.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's a tool.
Imagine if you could use the
which is like, I think everyone can agree that is just bad.
Yeah. Imagine using the hypnosis feature of the wonder weapon on Patient 13. That honestly would be kind of neat. Like then,
wait, what?
Like using the hypnotizing feature of the Beam Smasher on Patient 13.
Mesmerize, yeah.
That would have been kind of cool if you could have done that, but it's never worked for me. Not on him.
Like use it on the boss.
On the boss, just to like then be able to do potentially more damage to him. You know,
I think the only enemies in the game that can't be mezzed are Patient 13, Nathan, and the HVTs. Both kinds of them on Liberty. Those are the only enemies in the game you can't actually mesmerize.
Like what's
like it doesn't slow them, it doesn't debuff them, it doesn't add any particle effects to them. They're just immune to it.
What is so special about Nathan amalgamation that he's like immune to the mesmerize? Like, huh?
Maybe because he's still in there.
Bro.
Maybe because he's not a zombie, the weapon doesn't work on it.
Bro.
Is that the lore? Perhaps I don't know.
Is that the lore?
Could be the lore. It would be my best guess, my only guess, really.
Speaking of lore. Have you guys done your homework, and have you guys
is this man talking about the references to Black Ops 4?
All of the intel? Do you guys have
Dude,
all 18 and 30?
I'm still in the realm of oh my god chaos, and that's kind of it.
Dude, you just made me so mad. This is something we started getting into, but we didn't actually get into it too deep. But I was mentioning that they got rid of you thought I was talking about the loadouts, but I wasn't talking about the loadouts. Treyarch ended up erasing all the logs and intel that you collected. I had collected everything from Terminus. I was missing a few things on Liberty Falls, but then they reset their system, and now I'm missing everything.
They patched that. They reverted it. They fixed it.
I'm still missing everything, man. I don't have anything.
Still are?
I'm missing it all.
Brother, I've got it all.
They didn't give me my stuff back.
The hell?
I hate them so much for that. And then on top of that, even all my rounds, now if I go into the game, it says this is your highest round. And it also shows I've never exfilled on my games.
That is
I'm so pissed off from that. Because originally I was coming into this, I have more things I'm mad about over Black Ops 6 than I am happy about at this time. Like, originally when I came into the game, and you guys heard this in the previous podcast, I was skeptical. I was like, sure, it could be good, but I don't know. I went into the game like that. Then I got to see Terminus, got to play it, and I'm not mentioning Liberty Falls because that's absolute trash. But I got to try Terminus, and I loved it. I thought it was really nice. I liked the atmosphere, liked the map.
It's not for us hardcore players, but it's not that bad of a map.
I think it serves its purpose. It does
Yes.
what it needs to.
It does.
I'm sorry, I cannot look at that map and think like,
it's
now
really
that's
ugly.
a quality map.
It is
I'm
super
sorry.
ugly.
It's funny though,
I
because
can't.
like
I just can't.
to be fair, you know, the community's like, yo guys, this map looks like a multiplayer map. Can you make it look more zombies? And the devs are like, all right, you asked for it.
They added a filter. That's all they did.
One button, and you know what they do? You know what they do to change the map?
They
Change the lighting overall just a teeny tiny bit, and they add 2 ether storms in to tease and leak the Easter egg. They literally gave us Easter egg hints with those ether storms, and we were like, "Oh, is that is that some like dynamic environment stuff? Like, ooh, I'm interested." Nope, nope. It's an HVT spawner with the LTG,
and we were all, that hurts me.
We were all yep.
Hurts me to my core.
Hurts
me to my inner zombie.
To your inner
my inner zombie's crying
Dude,
right now.
Such a missed opportunity not having the pack room skybox like at some point expand the whole map.
And no Easter eggs with the skybox in there either, too.
No Easter eggs.
I was surprised about that. I really thought there would be
that
something.
skybox.
I remember everybody was talking up
cool,
such hype. Like, imagine we're gonna get a D machine, guys. Imagine we get to enter the dark ether and the whole map. Nope.
I was so hoping for. I was hoping for an underground facility, man. I was like, "There's no way this map."
I was too.
There's no way.
I was hoping for an underground facility. Like, hey.
Because like
I want to see. I want to see the Forsaken.
I want to see the orb. I want to see that elevator. I want to see the WAF.
I feel like the trailer lied to us.
Dude,
Yeah, that's interesting. They showed the WAF in the intro cinematic.
And they did give it to us.
And they didn't give it to us.
I know.
Give it to us.
Oh, I have so many upset things about that.
Can you complain really that much though? We got the jet gun.
Yes, I can. The jet gun is good though.
This game is insane.
I will admit that was a great weapon. But when you get a trailer specific to a map, usually when we got a trailer, it was hinting to all the things we were to expect when we went in to play it. And almost everything in that trailer had nothing to do with the map that we ended up getting. And I have to admit that does make me a bit salty on that. Just a bit. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I cannot look at that map and be like, that map is good.
Yeah, what is it called? Is it like Chekhov's gun, where if something is shown, it's going to be used later? But they're just like, nope.
Oh, is there a term for that? I guess I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that at all. Yeah.
I remember Chekhov. Loved him in Star Trek.
Chekhov. No, it's basically in a movie.
The name is going over my head. You guys are.
It's basically if like let's say a gun is shown in a movie, then it is gonna be used later on in that movie.
I feel like that makes definite sense, even for a game, you know?
Like the flamethrower in Alien.
Like the flamethrower in Alien, yeah.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, you can't just...
I'm picking up what you're laying down there.
It's like foreshadowing, you know? It's like it hints you at what is supposed to be coming up. And we got none of it. Instead, we got this random ghost dude that talks to us and ends up tricking us in the end.
My favorite egghead, not just street smart.
Wasn't his name Thanos or something, or Panos?
Oh, I remember Thanos, yeah.
Yo, Thanos.
Thanos.
Good old Thanos.
Yo.
I think my favorite part about that is he leaves the map at the end of the Easter egg and then just comes back. Like, he's still up there.
Yeah, I know. That was a little
Dark
weird.
Ether.
They didn't even just like press like remove
in your
model.
parlance, thank you for being voluntold.
You know what would have been cool is if you when you came back into the match, that you were your ghost self. Like your character was then a ghost character. Like
now,
how they ended in like the Aether character.
That would be an issue because it's the same
that's right. Doesn't
particle
match with the
effects from Aether Shroud. So
oh, well, you got a point there. And also, aren't they stuck in like the church? I kind of forgot that part. Like they are then stuck
your
there, so
operator
technically
is just
you
stuck in the dark ether. How do you feel about that? What if we what
Still
if
would've
there's
been
like
cool, though.
HVT? Oh, wait a minute. What if they pull a moon in like a future map and there's like a special enemy that comes once per round or something? It's like the cosmonaut and it has the name of your friends. And it like poses as the last operator that they played as.
Oh, that actually
even if it's one of the dedicated crew members, and it's literally just like an ethereal like ghost version of them or some kind of amalgamation.
Yeah,
it's like a mutated version of that operator because they came out of the dark ether. Dude, that'd be so cool.
I actually would kind of like that. That would be.
Dude,
really
they gotta
sick.
hire you. Like you're giving out too much here.
Hey, we all have great ideas on this podcast, and because they're our #1 fans, they better be listening.
Part of me hopes that they are. Part of me hopes they're not. Please do not nerf my fun. Please.
Well, yeah,
Please
nerfing is not cool.
I waited 4 years for this. Please don't nerf my
I think
that's
it's
crazy.
All the things we love are gonna get nerfed anyway, so. It's best just make a tutorial, make your videos now while the game is still good. And then when it's garbage, we'll just look back at the videos and reminisce.
And when the game servers are dead, we're all going to be like, damn, what an era. What an era.
What an era.
I think it's just going to remind me how much it pissed me off. Honestly, I don't even know.
You guys remember all the marketing that they did? Oh, yeah, me neither, because the servers are no longer being cared for.
Oh man, some of the ads though.
Stop supporting MWZ because they're obviously gonna stop supporting that game, that mode before BO6.
I gotta be honest, some of the ads with the replacer have been a little disturbing. I'm not gonna lie,
bro.
There've been some,
dude. The replacer, dude. I love that. I love that marketing.
I do too. It's just there were just a few ads they put together that just made you feel just. Just a little. They went a little too far.
The dinner scene was kind of.
That is the main one.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh my god.
The dinner scene was.
Dude, the monster was like free XP things or whatever.
Oh yeah, those two.
And by buying the monsters and like they just didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Or a lot of
dude, Rourke was telling me that his wasn't working. He was scratching so many codes. He's buying so much monster. It's like, well, I'll see you in the afterlife, buddy.
Man, I was hoping maybe somebody on Reddit might have posted something like, here's the code for you guys if you want it. But no luck. But yeah, I also, this is a little bit random, but still on Black Ops 6 there, but what are your guys' thoughts on like operators? I gotta be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I think it might be just the way that the characters are portraying themselves in this game. It's that they're making them really macho, really serious, and a little too serious, where when I look back on games, like almost all of our previous like playable characters were kind of goofy. They said some of the weirdest things, and although there are some comments and I cannot think of the particular playable character, but the one black guy that you can play as, I'm trying to think of his name. He's actually kind of funny.
You right there and completely disagree with you.
Do you disagree? See, that's what I was wondering.
Super serious. There are some goofy.
Yeah. Dude, I've actually laughed out loud.
The black guy, bro. Carver has a quote. If you buy Deadshot, should have named this Nutshot Daiquiri. Like,
yeah,
bro, that is straight up Juven. Like that.
He had some of the better ones.
I think the only character where that applies to is Maya. I think Maya's quotes are way too
serious.
Way too serious.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
a lot
what I
of her
noticed
quotes,
with her.
like if she's not interacting with someone else,
Weaver
she's just
too, though.
talking about her experience as a smuggler.
Yeah,
that's really all her quotes are. But like, dude, Weaver is probably okay. I love the operator system in this game. I think it's great that you have these side operators for people who don't care about the storyline, and then you have the main cast for the people that do. I think Treyarch have nailed that execution. The only problem is Weaver has the worst, corniest lines ever, bro.
Yeah.
The last time I drank this, I got explosive diarrhea. Like,
yeah, they seem too forced at times almost.
Oh my god.
And that bugs me. When I feel like something is really forced, it just doesn't come off right for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt that with most of the operators. There's just a few occasions with Carver and then Gray. Gray also had some very unhinged comments here and there, but that were actually really funny.
I love playing as Gray. They're really funny, yeah.
Yeah. But I just felt it's a little more lacking than like some of the unhinged quotes we got from Rick Toffin and some of the other characters.
I don't know if they have
probably
the balls.
talking about Ultimus Rick Toffin. All right, I see.
Yeah, Ultimus especially.
I don't think they have the balls to do another Ultimus.
I don't think they do either. To be honest with you, yeah, no, that they're not gonna do that. They have no reason to do that.
Yeah, but there was some really funny stuff, and it's the funny nature of it that I think has been a little lacking in my perspective. Like, there's been some unhinged comments, yes, but like more of the funny dialogues and the roasting of each other's characters. Like, you'd have Rick Toffin roasting Takio or something like that, or the other way around. You know, those kind of like play off of characters. And I think that made me love them so much more. And I'm not really getting that as much from these characters. It's like they still feel almost like just another soldier with commentary.
More of that kind of interaction, especially with Maya. Because a lot of the reason why those quotes exist is because those characters have fought zombies for eons, right?
Yeah.
Maya's just joined the crew. Eventually, she's going to be talking with a thick Australian accent, like, look at his ass.
I hope so. I really do hope so.
Hey, look at Carver's dumbass. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I want, you know, because I feel like they're really making the characters really macho. And I noticed that in, like, the cutscene, like, after they took down Nathan, they're really forcing this kind of tough persona, and I get they were locked up, and I get that could maybe play a role in that, but it seems forced. It doesn't feel realistic to me. I don't know. Just I never felt that in any other zombie games that we played before. Like, the characters, I actually really connected with them, but this, I'm not as much, and that's what really got me wondering about if you guys had that same feel or not. But yeah, it's really bugging me. I don't know.
I don't think.
I'm gonna disagree with you once again. I'm really disagreeing with you.
Oh, that's fine. No, that's why I'm bringing it up.
The dialogue from Peck and Strauss about being stuck on the prison for like 6 years.
Don't touch my warheads. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I didn't consider him.
6 years ago, Vanguard? Wasn't that literally 6 years ago?
Never played it, but yeah, I think probably.
Or wait, no. It
maybe
was
a little longer.
Vanguard, because 4 years ago was Cold War, and Cold War came out before Vanguard.
What's Vanguard?
Cold War?
Never heard of it.
No, Vanguard came before Cold War.
Okay, my bad. My point is that like the character quotes are literally saying like, we've been waiting so long to get free from this prison.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally how the zombies community has felt. Like,
That's
literally
true.
how we felt.
Maybe that was just like
I connected with that. I don't care what anybody else says. I connected with that.
Maybe that was just Treyarch
also,
projecting.
The one character that definitely had the most like they are this way because of the prison is Strauss. Strauss is the most affected character.
Yeah.
By far. You can see it in him physically. You can hear it in his announcer quotes. Strauss has been affected the most.
Yeah.
Out of any of them, I feel.
It's interesting you brought those guys in the fray, because that's not who I was kind of talking about. I was more talking just the playable characters. But no, you made a really good point with that. And I was thinking to Peck's dialogue and stuff. It's like he actually had some very fun stuff that it seems like his character's a little more relaxed in like his role and
less
stuff.
Annoying.
And yeah, it actually
he was annoying in Cold War. I don't know if that's
that's more how it was for me. Yeah.
No, I agree.
But yeah, I feel like it's a lot better with his dialogue and Strauss
he's being
as well
friendly in the best way Peck could possibly be.
Yeah,
especially when you're building the Beam Smasher, bro. Every time I finish the Purple Orb, and I hear him talk about like, imagine the synaptic algorithm module has stuff on Richtofen, and we can go find his ass. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but the way he says that, I just feel so comfortable. Like, I don't know what it is. The way he says that, like, dude, I just know this man wants to make it up to these people. He wants to prove to them Richtofen needs to be taken down a peg because of how evil he is. And bro, I think that's probably like the best dialogue, the best line of dialogue that he has. That's not even like funny based. It's just his character development. I just love that line of dialogue. Or maybe it's just because I've heard that so many times from speedrunning. Either way, I love that line.
It could also be due to him mainly being known for that one dancing bit on Firebase.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
And you just associate him with that. So hearing him say
Dude
something actually
moves.
coherent and intelligent, it's like
careful, Martha.
Better.
Watch my toes. I only have the 10.
I only have the 10.
How dare you interrupt a lovely dance with my dear Martha?
It was waltz, not dance.
Oh, you're right. My bad. How dare? Oh man.
Oh man, yeah.
But hey, that reminds me a little bit. You made mention of something that also reminded me of another topic that I'd mentioned earlier before we started the podcast, but I wanted to definitely talk to you guys about it. I was kind of mentioning to Wistful earlier. I don't know if you were here for this, Carpal, but I saw a post on Instagram of somebody that was talking that Black Ops 6 is going to have transit coming into it. Like it was confirmed, and it seemed very positive in themselves, but I don't know if it was just a troll. But it actually kind of worries me a little bit. At first, I was super excited for the idea of like a Chronicles coming into Black Ops 6, but the system worries me slightly. I don't want the UI and the system of Black Ops 6 to come into transit or like buried, any of those. I don't want to go through transit picking up salvage to craft something, you know? I don't really like the idea of it being on this system. If it was like brought into like Black Ops 3 system, I would have loved that. That would have been really nice. But I don't like the idea of it being on Black Ops 6 system. The way it is, it's completely different than what I personally would like.
I mean, if they were to bring it back,
traveling 15 billion miles to a crafting table to repair your shield for free. Think about that.
Think about that.
Think about that.
You would
I don't like it.
Going to the power station, going to the power station, placing the turbine, and then going all the way to town, hoping the turbine is still alive just to pack a punch.
The memories, man. The memories.
Like, they've already introduced the idea of having like a map-centric vehicle with a boat, and I think most people enjoy the boats.
Transit with a boat.
So they could add like a dune buggy or something, or like a motor. I don't know. And you can travel between locations.
A drivable bus.
I don't know if I like that.
Yo,
no.
put a drivable. Dude, make
everything
the dark
is in there,
ether bus, bro. Make the dark ether bus. We need the dark ether bus.
Oh, sorry. It's going to be a solid no for me. I feel it's going to change the feel of it too much. I already don't like that we have drivable vehicles in zombies. I personally am not a fan.
Like it?
I don't.
I'm sorry,
really
lad, but it's transit. Like, they can't exactly make it worse. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah. Well, I just don't like the system. I don't like the UI. I don't like the UI, and I don't like the picking up of salvage. Although it's unique to this game, and also Cold War.
It's not unique to this
I'm
game
not a
at all.
fan.
But go on.
Well, yeah, it's more to Cold War if anything. But they revamped it a little bit supposedly. But
they removed an entire rarity of salvage. Thumbs up. Yeah,
it's way better because you don't have to worry about the
I just don't like it, man. It's too different and has a different feel that. And this was another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. I saw a video of these guys just showing scenes of like previous zombie maps that we've had in the past. And unlike Cold War and Black Ops 6, they all had a different feel. As soon as I saw the different maps, it's like its atmosphere, everything about it was so much different than these past two games we've had.
I think that was just Black Ops 2 in general. Like every single one had like a completely unique mechanic.
I think at this point though that Black Ops 6, the atmospheres on Liberty and Terminus are both very, very, very unique.
Yeah.
I actually think I can say that now.
Well, I'm kind of talking about all the maps, like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 6, or not Black Ops 6, sorry, Black Ops 2,
Why would you talk
Black
about
Ops
all
1.
the maps when you're trying to rank their atmosphere and how unique it is?
Well,
Wouldn't
that's
you
the
look at them
thing.
individually?
They had a
and then
completely different feel to them, which surprised me. Just seeing the video, the clips from it, is like these two new games don't feel anything really like it. It's like it's a completely new game to me. It feels completely different, and maybe it's just me, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't strike the same way as the previous games. It's like there's a big difference. Definitely like the UI and the HUD and everything.
Maybe what you mean is like, for example, Buried, your major tool of navigating through the map is Leroy, and then on Mob, it's Afterlife. Right? Or your major tools, especially for high rounds in Cold War or in BO6, is all kill streak spam.
No, that's not
I think that's what you mean.
No, it's not. No, that had nothing to do with kind of my thoughts on it. No, it's just the atmosphere, because the video I was shown, it was just scenes of like just the environments of every map we've had. They were much darker, and there was much more like, I don't know, I don't know. I feel like the new maps are more simplistic, whereas the old ones had more going on, more details, more things that made you question things and wonder. I don't know.
For Liberty, sure, but I think Terminus is
the one that comes
very
close.
Unique atmosphere.
It does though. It's just, yeah, there's more like mysticism.
What other map are you
ones.
gonna go out in the middle of the ocean and a giant tentacle's gonna attack you?
Yeah. No, I think it's more mysticism in the environment. Like if you think of like Black Ops 3, you had floating things
Armada from Outbreak, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Quiet.
I maybe it's just me, but I don't know.
All right, I'm done.
The second we mention Armada Outbreak is the second that we stop talking about this topic.
I love Armada. Armada was great.
Okay, let's move on. Yeah.
Yeah, we're done. We're done here. We're done.
Yeah. It's just it might just be me on that then. I just felt like there's maybe some sort of dark some mysticism from it that is missing in these newer maps. There's no floating objects, there's no I'm trying to think of more examples here. Like more strange things happening off in the distance, the kind of stuff like that. Maybe it's that, or maybe it is just how dark some of the maps were. Like the atmosphere, like I think of like Nuketown. It's the first one that comes to mind for me. It really had a dark atmosphere to it. Like it was really downcast. Everything was really dark about it. You had only like some embers and stuff lighting certain areas and things like that, fire lighting certain locations. Yeah, I don't know.
Not lad. I think you might need to turn your brightness down, because Terminus legit takes place at night.
No, dude, I could send you that video. I think I saved it, but it really just struck a chord with me.
Does he not see the full moon in the background of the skybox?
Dude, I love it.
It's a thick moon, yes. No, it's hard to describe. I still have trouble putting my finger on what it is exactly, but something is missing and I just can't figure out what it is. But yeah, it definitely gave me a whole different feeling looking at those old ones compared to what we have. Definitely less HUD on the screen. That's definitely a big thing. But it's nice we have the option to turn that off. Just unfortunately, some of the important things that you need to see, you can't.
You're damn right it is.
I can't tell what gobble gum I'm pulling when I have the hood turned off, and I don't like that. Because it turns off everything. You can't tell how much you're paying for stuff, nothing. You see nothing. And there's some things that you need to see, you know?
I want to recreate Descent double feature.
Wait, Descent double feature?
Descent double feature, yeah, when you had no HUD and it was all black and white.
Oh,
all right,
yeah,
weird reference. Yeah, ignore that.
That caught me off guard, really. I did not. I didn't know you were going with that. But yeah, sorry, that was just a separate rant. I'm just curious if you guys had that same thoughts.
I should have read the room. You guys don't know that.
But that's okay. I would have done the same thing, Carpal. I forgive you.
This is like when
I do not. I will hold this against.
This is like when you talk about MWZ and we just have no idea what you're talking about.
Yep, that's fair.
Only the crickets could be heard. Wait, hang on.
Oh,
I forgot about this.
I was gonna do it.
There we go. See, I'm cool too. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can also though. Technology, you gotta love it. But
anyway. Love it or hate it. And
but yeah,
sometimes I choose to hate it.
Let's talk about just the game in general. How have you guys been enjoying going? Have you guys done any high rounds or anything like that? Have you guys been having some fun with that?
Yes,
I've done the Easter egg
on day one, and by day one I mean New Zealand day one. I was doing a high round save game on Terminus, and I made it all the way until round 79. Save quit. Yeah. I was fine.
Nice. Oh no, did
my
it?
Save was still fine.
Did it?
I was thinking, I'm on 79, and I know about this Dark Ops challenge. I might as well try it on round 101, just for funsies.
Okay.
And then I decided, let's play a solo match of, I think it was Liberty. In the meantime, just play a solo match, and I got disconnected from that game.
Yep, that's it.
My network cut out.
Oh man.
And when I went back on, and I eventually wanted to go and load up my save file again, it asked me, "Hey, you disconnected from your last game. Do you want to reload that game's save?"
Oh wait, seriously?
And I was like, no. That game was not important to me. So I clicked discard, and then I went back to my saves to check what happened to my saves. My round 79 Terminus game was gone.
Oh, I think I know what happened.
I learned that if you have a save file and you play either or any of the maps on solo and you lose connection, the game automatically makes a save file for you and deletes the former save file that you had without your consent.
That's so stupid, man.
So my round 79 game is dead.
I was hearing about
this for
this
about a month now.
That was a big complaint. There was people that had the same thing. I remember seeing this guy in stream. He was getting really close to almost round 100. I think he was 93, round 93. And all of a sudden, he just lost connection, disconnected him from the server. He was so pissed. And I would be too. That takes so long.
He should have still had his save file. He should have still had his save file.
No, that's the thing. It got rid of it. And the part that's aggravating is because I think it might have been that at that time, that's when Treyarch ended up changing their save system so that you can only have one save at a time. At least I think that's how that went down.
You always only could have one save at a time.
What was it then? Was it that? There was something they changed with the save system.
I personally never ran into issues with my save files being deleted, except in the instance where I had a save file and then I played a separate game that wasn't that save file on solo, disconnected from that, and by proxy, because it would make a new save file default for that new game, it would delete my prior one.
Ooh.
So
Oh, that sucks.
A helpful tip for any Black Ops 6 Zombies players that want to play their own solo games outside of their solo save files. And this is something that we guys do for speedrunning anyway, because it's a faster reset. Play whatever game mode you want. Do not play solo. Play on squad mode. You have the option to disable squad fill at the bottom left of the screen, and you can modify your party privacy so you can guaranteed be in a solo game. It's just you won't be able to pause the game and match like dynamically, but it's a throwaway game because you want to protect the integrity of your solo match still. So you can play that game for as long as you want. If you get disconnected from that, or if you end that game, it's not going to harm your save file at all. So that's just something that I have personally learned to not run into that issue. It's been working for me.
Can I also make mention that he said we speedrunners, which you heard it here first. All of us, we are all speedrunners.
Yeah.
I definitely do that, like a lot, all the time.
It's my favorite thing.
Tune into my live streams. They're going to be happening soon. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
See you speedrun Liberty Falls.
Oh man, I don't have the mind for it, man.
You gotta get the Dark Ops, the sub 30. You gotta get the Dark Ops.
Well, I could try for that. It's just, man, I cannot focus enough.
There's so many people getting into speedrunning because of that Dark Ops. Join the herd.
I could, man. I wish I could.
Join the herd.
I will try it. I will at least try for it one of these days.
It'll give you XP to prestige. I know you're competitive about that now.
I am very much. It's just,
Carpal, I sold him. We did it.
I need some kind of ADHD medication, man, so I can like hyper focus, because in game I'll literally be heading towards a step, and then I get distracted by a zombie. He's like, oh, I need armor. I'm going to go this way now. And I just turn around and go back the other way. That is my brain all the time. It's like I get distracted so much. Do you know how many times I've been like, so say for instance, I want to do like a trial reward or something, like a Sam trial reward. So I'm heading towards that. But then I notice, I don't know, maybe amalgam spawned on this guy. So like, oh, I should probably go and help him. So I veer off and I go and help him. And then as I'm helping him, I notice like, hey, there's some items here in this particular area I'm at for like one of the side Easter eggs. I'm just going to pick those up while I'm here. So I go and do that. And then that starts me on a different journey of completing that side objective. And then some rounds pass, and then maybe I'm like, oh yeah, the treasure the pirate Easter egg. I forgot I was in the middle of that. So then I continue on that. And then guess what? The Sam trial reward disappears. That is my brain. I get distracted by so many things. I am multitasking in the worst way.
You really have to tunnel vision.
You say that, but then you also say that there's not enough going on. So
I did? Did I say there's not enough? Oh, I meant environments. No. You misunderstood. I meant environment when I said there's not a lot going on. Like certain like
and environment, bro.
Mystical environment things, like floating things happening off in the distance that are really eerie. Giant thing walking through. That's just gonna
distract you even more, though. It sounds like
I love that kind of stuff.
As bad as it is, though.
It's really good.
I feel like that is the kind of player who might benefit from turning on arachnophobia mode.
Dude, I love the flashing. Man. Oh, I've seen the floating worms. Yeah, dude, I love that. That's so fun. I should do that for my next stream. I should have that
he wants
turned
the
on.
Floating, like little,
floating slugs. Yeah.
Things.
Yes, I do.
I mean, hey, it's there. You
can
turn on arachnophobia mode.
Dude, it's so funny. It's hilarious.
One less thing to worry about, the legs.
I like it, man.
Shrek, I would absolutely love it if you made an Easter egg step. I know you're not watching this, but I would love it if you guys made an Easter egg step where you have to dissect a leg from a spider in order to do an Easter egg step. Bro, my arachnophobia boys are going to be livid, bro. I'm just kidding. Don't actually do that. That would be horrible for accessibility. I
don't really have much for arachnophobia, but that just sounds good. I just don't like it.
That's like a World War II step,
dude.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of is. Dude, I've been thinking a lot about World War II, surprisingly. Even though I've been playing Black Ops 6, I've been thinking a lot about that game. I really like the goriness of that game. That's a weird thing to say, but I do.
Yeah, if
It's
only
like
they put as much time into making it a fun game as they did into making
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
bro.
actually would like another game made in like visually similar cases as World War II. Not the enemies that like two-hit down you or anything like that, or some of the system, but I mean, if they took some of that scary factor out of it and brought it into zombies, I really liked it. I thought like that was a move in the right direction. I really love that game, surprisingly. So yeah. Oh man. But another thing that I wanted to pass by you guys, back up 6 once more, just we have just heard about the brand new DLC, which is said to come out December 5th. Yep. What are your guys' thoughts so far of what you've heard? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
If there are not swords, I'm done.
We know for a fact that there are elemental melee weapons.
Yep.
We also know in the game's files we have mentions of enemies such as a Mecha Klaus and a weapon called the Umbra Blade. It's pretty safe to assume we got elemental swords as wonder weapons.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure.
It's not a hundo percent sure just yet.
Apparently there was files for certain things, but they got removed.
I'm very hyped. And this time, when we're doing the day one hunt, my team will be testing every fucking trap on the map. I swear to God.
Yeah, but they said like
we're here for the day one race, you know.
In like the original project, in the files, when they were saying they went through them, they ended up finding like the ray gun Mark II was in the files. They said that what's the other one? Mule Kick was in the files, but they ended up getting removed. So I don't know if that's for sure. A lot of the stuff that we've heard is for sure going to be coming into it.
I hope to God
we'll see.
We don't get Mule Kick back.
They did take away the 3-gun glitch.
Do not
I hated
give
that.
us Mule Kick. We do not need Mule Kick.
They were thinking it was, but since they removed it from the files, I'm not thinking it will. But why don't you like Mule Kick, my man? I feel like these weapons run out of ammo so fast. So having a third weapon,
I do not think that dude, the sole thing that would be beneficial for Mule Kick as an augment is to have zombies drop ammo.
That would be nice.
I don't think that's necessary. Ammo is expensive, yes, but it's buyable. I don't mind that.
There's been times I feel like there's been times where I'd like to have more ammo in my weapons. It just feels like everything runs out so quickly, and I don't know.
Nala, there is an easy solution for that. It's called extended mags.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking with the extended mags, man. It's just not enough ammo. Like the gun in general does not have, and I'm not just talking in the clip. I'm talking about like the full amount of ammo that you have on your person is not enough. Like if I have a full triple packed weapon, it's costly to buy ammo, man. It's like you'll go through your points really fast. And I find that with almost every weapon. They run out so quickly. And if you're rocking a wonder weapon, well, that's like 10,000 points you got to spend to get the wonder weapon refilled. Was it 10,000? Man
just wants Bandolier Bandit in the game, I swear to God.
I kind of do. Yeah. At this point, I kind of do.
Bro just wants Exo Stockpile. That's all I'm hearing.
Now that's a classy one right there. I like that. Man, an exosuit. Would that be nice? Ooh. Especially in these maps.
Yo, give us a Vade. Bro, my teammates are coming to BO6 if we get a Vade in this game.
That'll
be horrible.
Talking about a Vade when we have Omni movement.
So it would be awesome.
Blasphemy. I hear blasphemy, man.
That's crazy.
What are your guys' thoughts on Omni movement? Do you guys like it?
I mean, I'm glad it's there, but I don't really care.
Honest with you, man.
Okay.
I do not care for Omni movement in zombies whatsoever. I do not care. The niche movement between sliding and sprinting is something I pay very close attention to. And this game does have very redeeming qualities. Very similar to BO3. I'm not going to go too into detail of that. However, focusing more closely on the omnidirectional thing of it, I personally don't care for it. I remember watching a stream from Smart Guy while he was speedrunning, and the man just mantles backwards off of his railing and plunges straight into the water in the biolab in the middle of the Nathan fight. And he's like,
Ooh.
Why am I mantling backwards? And I'm just like,
I've
hey,
never
man,
actually
it's
had a
omni
successful
movement, bro.
mantle
It's omni
backwards.
movement.
Huh. I didn't think you could. I've every time I've tried it, I've never had it
sprint,
work.
you can slide, you can dive, you can mantle. Is there anything else I'm missing? Yeah, in any direction. Any direction.
Huh. Yeah, just I've had all the others work, but just not the mantling backwards. Never had that one work. That's interesting.
It works.
Well, I will say, like, I find pros and cons with it. It's just like I like that I can run backwards, I can run side to side. I do like that. Those are some things I thought felt really nice. And the diving and also sliding is kind of a nice thing. I don't know if that plays into Omni movement exactly, but I find it cool that you can do both of them. But still,
it's a very popular movement technique that people have been using, especially in multiplayer. It's really useful in multiplayer since the game's been in beta. Is you can slide, and then in the middle of your slide, you can go prone. It's like a moving drop shot.
That's kind of cool.
And it's so broken in multiplayer.
Interesting.
Not useful in zombies at all, but
yeah,
it's useful in multiplayer.
See, I could see Omni movement being more for multiplayer, if anything, because I never really needed to dive backwards when killing zombies, because that possibly could get you killed at times.
Bro, I would freaking love it if they make Easter egg steps in the future maps like require you to use Omni movement in some way. Like you gave us this in zombies, you may as well make us use it.
Yeah,
may as well make us use it.
I'm really curious how they would
like a moving obstacle course where you have to jump over the thing in specific ways.
Huh.
Yo, give us a jumping puzzle, dude. Okay, this is the one thing that I think in my mind that I should probably glaze Exo Zombies for. Yes. Give us a jumping puzzle, Treyarch.
This man needs some puzzle. Black Ops 3 parkour maps in his life.
Literally, Skullbuster had a jumping puzzle.
Oh my goodness, great. Yep. Wait, Skullbuster? Don't you mean Skull Hop?
No.
You definitely mean. Oh. Never mind. Yep. You do. I was thinking of the actual arcade game, but yep. Nope. You're right. It's definitely Skullbuster.
Was there a
How the fuck do I not remember that? I literally have the solo D-cut all cards world record. I literally have it, and I.
It's all he ever plays, man.
So long ago.
Infinite Warfare, man. It's all he ever plays.
That is never gonna be taken. No one cares, or no one wants to do Skullbuster.
I feel like the Menno might try and take it at some point. I think he has in the past too. It's a difficult record to beat, though. Like getting a sub 7 is technically possible, but it's so hard.
I mean, you had to learn Mahjong.
You do have to learn Mahjong.
It's not that
as
bad,
complicated given the context that it appears on the map.
Yeah.
But you do have to learn it a bit. It's kind of fun. I don't actually know how to play the official game, by the way. I just know how the puzzle works.
Of course not.
Sure. He's just being modest.
I tried learning it. I don't know how to play
it. The official game is in 3 dimensions, so they already like messed that part of it up.
But video games we play are in 3 dimensions. COD
no, I mean like you stack stuff, but in that you just line them up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta agree with him there. I do gotta agree with him there.
That's what I meant by 2D, 3D.
But it is on a 2D screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we're all right today. You know, all of us. We're all collectively right. No. Yeah, oh man. I've never been crazy about parkour steps. I've never been great at my coordination. So, I mean, I've never been great at them, but I do appreciate the challenge. It's just there's been so many like Black Ops 3 mod maps that have parkour steps, and it's not my strong suit. I'm just gonna say. My timing.
You say that
is
you
just
have poor coordination, so I'm just gonna fire this question. How many times have you failed in like a public lobby or even in a co-op? Like you're in a private match with people with comms. How many times have you failed the Valve, like the release Valve step on Terminus to release Nathan? How many times have you failed that?
On Terminus?
Yeah, on Terminus.
Release Valve step. Sorry, I'm running blank. Why can't I think of this? Release Valve step. Oh, you mean when you're going in with everybody? Everybody has to hold the valves on the side of the chamber, right?
Yes.
That's what you're talking about. Oh,
yes.
No, that I've been fine with. No, I never actually had a problem with that. It's just other people have not known what they were doing. They would stand next to it and just stare at it. It was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So no, but it was not me. It was not me. I can confirm this. It's not me.
But other footage of this.
There are other moments in zombie history that I'm not entirely proud of. So no comment. No comment on that at this time.
I mean, you gave me plenty of comment, but I appreciate it.
I am not proud. Dude, it's a dark history. It's a dark past on some steps. But yeah, my coordination has never been that good. One might
say the darkest shore.
All right.
I'll stop. I don't even like that game anyway. I'll stop.
Once again, no comment. Yeah, that's why I don't do platformer games. They're not usually my thing. My coordination and my timing is never good. And you know this. You know about my timing. You remember, like, Attack of the Radioactive thing. I could never do it. The bomb step.
Remind me.
Even the simple step of, like, rebuilding the zombie. My timing is terrible, man. I don't know. I can't do it. I just can't. I struggle with it a lot. I got better with it, but it's just, I still was not good at that step. It's rough.
It's a shame.
But anyways, back on more of a topic I'd prefer to talk about. With Black Ops 6, what do you guys kind of hope for, like, future maps that are going to come out? We know that this new map, which we actually didn't keep talking about it is supposed to be castle themed, which is honestly interesting. Do you think, like, it's kind of a repeat from Der Eisendrache?
The absolute number one thing I'm looking for, because I am already super satisfied with BO6 right now. Mm-hmm. The number one thing I am looking for is an excuse for them to stop spamming manglers. Even if they add variety of other enemy types in the game, I am looking for an excuse for the game to stop spamming manglers. That's my least favorite
listening
part
right
about
now
this game.
is like, I heard manglers. He wants more manglers. Hit the mangler spam button.
I
know. Trust me, dude. I get it. Yeah.
Carpal, your microphone has just gotten like 10 decibels quieter. What's going on, brother?
It has,
yeah. Is it still bad? Is it still bad?
Oh, it is actually really quiet.
Oh, I don't know.
Can I turn you up? Hang on.
Oh, I figured it out. Should be good now.
No, it's about the same.
You're still you're still quiet.
You're boosted all the way in my end. I might have to turn Wistful down.
Can you hear anything I'm saying?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Quiet.
You're clear in your voice. You're just
all
quiet.
right. I was gonna say I think we should bottle up the rest of our thoughts and save them for next week.
I have one more rant because I feel like we've gotten through most of everything. But my final thought is on the battle pass and that system.
Oh, okay.
This is my rant. I don't like it. I hate it because it's making me think too much of Fortnite, and I really don't like that every game thinks they have to go that route. They have to have the battle pass. They have to have you have to pay, which so many things you have to pay for, man. I'm honestly kind of disliking it. You have to pay to get the Vault Edition pack. You have to pay to get all these Gobblegum packs, which, by the way, don't give you very much, might I add. And then you have to pay for their like battle pass service that they have as well. You got to pay for better audio in game. There's so many payments, and it's making me very upset. And I like that I can get free stuff for playing the game, but the fact that I have to pay for this extra pass in order to get access to the majority of these things, absolutely hate it. I hate how Fortnite-esque this whole thing is getting, like Black Ops in general.
I'll say this: the
I don't
only
like
reason why that there's a battle pass is because of Warzone. That's why.
And I did not like it for that reason.
It's a game that's integrated with Call of Duty. It's modern. It always follows suit with the modern Call of Duties. It's always going to be there. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, I like how
I will
old...
say that the thing that I really enjoy about it is you get it for free when you buy the Vault edition of the game. It was a very good investment.
So it is included then.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, it is included. You get tokens that allow you to skip tiers and skip pages and get free loot from the battle pass already, which is just amazing. I love that. Probably my favorite thing that has come out of this battle pass that is going to stay with us for the entire life cycle of this game is the frickin' Dragon's Breath rounds, dude. They have such an impact on Terminus speedruns. Like, dude, the ASG with Dragon's Breath rounds and zombies is so good.
Yeah, I was rocking that one. I liked it. I thought that was actually pretty good.
It's so good.
And I did like that they had like the special event, the hit list that came up. I do like that they did that. That I think is cool. But it's just like the whole pay to win kind of thing I don't like. Like, you can also buy more characters like in Cold War and stuff, and I didn't like it in there either. Granted, I did buy a playable character. I bought the Huntress one, the vampire one. I love that one. But so they did get me with that.
I like the
I hate
the
myself.
iDead Mastercraft bundle. Sadly, it has a Weaver skin, which is unfortunate. But it did come with a Perkaholic. It did come with a Ray Gun skin, and it came with a XM4 Mastercraft, which just looks so cool. And wait till you put Nebula on it. It looks so good.
Looks good. Nice.
So good. Like, Afterlife is pretty good still too, but Nebula is just
Yeah. Well,
I want candy, bro. Like,
I do like that stuff. I just wish the way that you procured it was different. I wish you didn't have to buy so much stuff. And that's the thing that's bugged me so much. It's like, it's a pay to win kind of thing. I like the idea of, like, in our previous zombie games, you could earn it,
it's
you know,
a cosmetic.
Well, yeah, it is. But
it's a cosmetic.
But I mean, with your cosmetics, you also get like weapons, and these weapons are more powerful and stuff. So it is technically like a pay to win kind of thing.
Actually, wait. No, you have a very valid point. I completely forgot about this. Oh my god. Especially when you're prestiging in this game and you lock out your ability to customize attachments for certain weapons because you're not high enough level.
Yeah.
There is a way to get around that. Technically, you have zombie builds, right? So you can get it off the wall, you can get it off the box, and it has the attachments and camos that you set, but you can't spawn in with the weapon. Unless you have a blueprint for the weapon that you spent money on. That's the bypass. That's the only, you have a point there. You have a very, very valid point there.
Yeah, it bugs me a little bit. It's just, I don't know. I liked, like in, for instance, Infinite Warfare, going back to that one again. What a marvel. But I liked how you could earn salvage and then put it towards then getting a new upgrade for your weapon or something like that. It's not a cosmetic, of course, or anything in that respect, but it's still, I like that you could earn stuff, and I like being able to earn it by playing, you know? I like that.
I like where your head's at. I agree to an extent. I think that the prototype features with a lot of the weapon variants in that game are really, really handy, especially for newer players that want to get more into it, especially for weapons like the Molar Sentinel or the EBR Bomber, the Type 2 Butcher, like some of the really, really elite weapons that are easily accessible via the prototype system. There's also broken weapons like the Marauder or the Shadowrun, and you can't get those with salvage. You have to get them through opening up loot boxes, and you have to get lucky. That alone is what cancels out the prototype feature, in my opinion. I think that weighs down the good that the weapon variants provided in IW, so much so that it overshadows it and it makes it nothing.
Yeah. Actually, you kind of reminded me too. I kind of miss loot boxes. I know that's kind of a hot take for some people, but I do kind of miss
That's a
the
very hot
the
take.
mystery of
What the
getting
fuck?
random stuff. Like you get a crate of sorts for you use your salvage to get a crate or something, and you get something random from it. I still love that randomness feature of it because it's like the mystery box. You don't know what you're gonna get. Could be something really cool. Could be something not so great. But
I have wasted
kind of like it.
at
you know?
least an hour or two on box grinding so
know,
I
it's a
can
hot
get my
take.
weapons through their camos.
Mm-hmm.
I have wasted so much of my time over the past 4 years for IW trying to get ninja variant weapons to make stuff easier. It's a very hot take. I
But
really
hey,
disagree with
look,
that.
you're
but
looking
okay.
back on it like a memory. The memories,
we're ending
dude.
the
You know.
podcast off with a bad end. Oh man.
I kind of miss the loot box, man. I just kind of miss it.
All right, that's our
kinda do.
cue. We're done here.
All right. Anyway,
Well, hey,
ladies and
good
gentlemen, boys and
podcast, you
girls,
guys.
we have one more episode that we will be bringing to the channel and to the Wundercast before the official launch of
Whoa.
Citadel Day More. Make sure that you guys check it out, subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video so you can spread
I
the
thought this man was saying we were
beauty
finished
of this
completely.
podcast. But yeah.
Thought we were retiring or something.
I'm gonna hold that against you, not lad. So you better have something to
It is
to
my
tell
hot
me
take of this
in
evening.
7 days.
Yes,
All right. Well, that was fun.
that was very much so.
All right, let me end the recording. All
I'm
right.
gonna go now, guys.
Well,
I-
thank you both
Yeah, this
for
was good.
taking
This
the
was
time
fun.
out of your days and your lives for doing a podcast. Dude, I've been wanting to do another one of these for so long. Thank you. Thank
I
you so
know,
much
me
for
too.
keeping this alive.